Now let me tell y'all something about dreams. Listen up, because this is something I found out a long time ago that goes against everything you see in a movie, on TV, or what your great grandma may have told you when you were a kid. See, dreams don't happen overnight. That ain't how it works. See, they come to you in the daylight. You gots to be awake. Cause baby, you got to run dreams down. See, that chase is when we learn the most about ourselves. To take that extra step, that extra mile, that extra rep. Now look here. You don't never know how long it's gonna take, or exactly what it'll look like when you get there. The only thing you know is you can never stop. So, question time. What's your dreams? What's your dream? Are you willing to do what it takes to make that dream a reality? No. See, not while you're sleeping, but every darn day you wake up. Because if it does, good morning. Now give me my darn theme.
Oh, what's going on, man? RobDaManMedia is back live, man, in effect. Nice to see everybody here. If you're on X, pull up over to YouTube, man. Come join the party. Come join the chat. Let's talk about it, man. We here. We got some announcements to make on behalf of RobDaManMedia. We got some announcements that we're gonna make that we're gonna talk about. If you're catching this on a replay, man, make sure you leave a comment. Let us know that you're in the building in this thing, man, because we always like to know who's here, man. Drop a comment. Let us know. But, man, I'm figuring to talk about some fall camp and things like that. My co-host, Coach Dre, he going to pop in a little later, so I had to get the show started. Couldn't keep y'all waiting, right? The show must go on regardless of the fact. I'm going to drop a link out there, so if you want to join, you want to give your comments, what your perspective was from fall camp so far, what you've seen, hey, man, you get opportunity to pull up on us and let's have a conversation. So before we get started, man, I just want to drop this out there. Every Wednesday, we will be doing a CU Women's Wednesday powered by RobDaManMedia with the CU Aunties. So, hey, first episode is going to drop this Wednesday. We got the CU Aunties in the building. And so, hey, man, I just want y'all to make sure that y'all pull up on us this Wednesday for the CU Aunties Women's Wednesday powered by RobDaManMedia. You will have the president of the CU Aunties and the rest of the owners aboard. So, man, y'all tune in, man. Y'all pop up, show them some love, give them, y'all have y'all questions ready, right? And when we get to Wednesday, I'm going to go more in depth of how Wednesday's going to look. I'm not necessarily going to talk about it this show, but on Wednesdays, man, I'm really going to how Wednesday is going to look on Women's Wednesday. We will have 2 shows on Wednesday. So I'm going to say this out right now. We're going to have 2 shows on Wednesday, right? We're going to have a day show and a night show. It's going to be Women's Wednesday, powered by RobDaManMedia. So that Wednesday night show, man, ladies pull up. And you know what I'm saying? All the aunties. Even if you're not official CU auntie, man, you are more welcome to join the show on that Wednesday. For CU Wednesday, you are more welcome. The show is open for all women, not just a CU auntie. But if you want to come up and have any questions for the CU aunties, or you just have something that you just want to talk about with the CU aunties, you will get that opportunity every Wednesday on this platform. So, man, be looking forward to that. Because as we just dropped the announcement today of the CU Women's Wednesday, tune in, man. It's gonna be a good time. But hey, before we get started, man, how's everybody doing? Hope everybody smashed that like button on their way in as we get this thing rolling. Like I said, man, my brother, will be here in a minute. He is getting out of practice, so I just went ahead and started the show. Miss Sabrina, how are you? The main man. You know what changes are going to be coming game day? I don't know what changes are going to be coming to game day. I mean, game day is right around the corner, right? We're almost what 2.5 weeks out from game day, so I don't know exactly what they done, but you know, you already know. RobDaManMedia will have boots on the ground in Boulder, Colorado for the game day atmosphere. Any changes, y'all know I'm gonna be live. Y'all know we're gonna be live, right? I know the CUNTs will be in the building, and a lot more. So if y'all gonna get to see everything that I see. So if I see something, y'all see something. Now, if y'all see somebody, hey, y'all see somebody. Don't ask me who that person is. But if we bump heads and we run into somebody there, whether it be a celebrity, a player, anything like that, it is what it is, man. But hey, shout out to them, man. What up, Kent, man? How are you? I had a question before we even started the show. What do you know about Colorado is going to new uniforms? As far as uniforms go and what they got going on for the season, I will say Coach Dre. I mean, say Coach Dre, Coach Prime. You know, he leaves that out for first game. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna have media day, anything like that, but he leaves that out there. But my brother, my dog, Coach Dre is in the building, man. How are you, man? How's practice going? You on mute? You on mute, Coach? Coach, you on mute?
Oh, we on punt right now with the heat and everything. We be having to go in the evening, so my boys out here getting it in right now. We trying to do our thing right now. We on punt right now.
Oh man, looking at the first, so I'm going to ask you questions. I know you at practice or whatever. So, give me your first impression about the first week in at camp.
I mean, you got to be impressed with what you see up front from the offensive line and those running backs. You got to be very impressed with what you see from those guys. The defense is what we thought they were. They flying around, making plays. I'm very impressed with the secondary. But that defensive line is looking very stout. And then it's a quarterback battle. Both of these guys are having great days. Uh, Juju is not shying away from the battle. So, and that's the biggest thing. When you know this kid isn't shying away from the battle, he's working hard. So, I'm just happy to see that we getting better each week.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt. So I dropped that announcement about the CU aunties on Women's Wednesday. I don't know if you want to give your input on it, but I just released the information out to the public. So, you got any thoughts, anything that you want to say on it, elaborate on it?
I mean, we just happy to help. Like I said, we always trying to be a blessing. These ladies they're a brand all in themselves, but we just want to help them get there. Get out there. Sometimes ladies get lost, and these women really know football. They went out, they helped with the camps and stuff this year, and they support these guys wholeheartedly, buying their merch. And all that other type of stuff, and make sure that these guys are supported and know they love. So, they're going to be on here with us on Wednesday evening. So, big shout out to them and Rob for making this happen.
No doubt, no doubt. But I just wanted to make sure that you got to have an input, so they know what it is. But a couple of things on the radar before we get started. As you can see, Coach, you're out there at practice. We do got the game against Georgia Tech is sold out. It's sold out now. So if you're trying to get tickets to the game, if you're still thinking about going to Boulder, great thing is that you can purchase tickets through the Game Time app. So if you're trying to get tickets to the game, right, because it is sold out far as CU go. But if you're trying to go to the game and you're trying to find a way to get to the game and you out of state and you're thinking about going to Boulder, the best way to go get it is through Game Time. I'm just letting you know, and that'll be your best bet. So, hey, but I got a couple other things I want to get through before Coach Dre. I know he got to get up out of here. Coach Dre, we had a commitment, over the weekend, offensive lineman. How you feel about the
I feel good. I mean, Coach Prime told you when he can start getting these linemen to commit to him and get quality depth on that offensive line. Which right now I feel real good about our line and what we see from the ones in the two group. Every time I turn it on, these guys are moving the ball, moving people around, moving down the field, pushing the pile. So another big commit for alignment. And guys, I keep telling y'all, don't worry about the stars. Don't never worry about what star he is and he ain't a 5-star. We got to get the 5-star plus, and we don't have to get all them. It's just some of these time these guys are getting stars because of the school they go to. Not has nothing to do with what they've done. They go to a certain type of school, and these schools produce certain type of athletes, and that's what people assume they are. So that's what you got going on. But man, we appreciate this young man committing early and making a stand, saying he wants to come to see you, and that's a big thing.
No doubt, no doubt. All right, a couple more things for Coach Dre get up out of here. So the East and West Shrine Bowl, they dropped a list of the players. On this list is like Chrysler for that watch list. French, Dallin Hayden, Xavier Hill, Preston Hodge, Reginald Hughes, DJ McKinney, McNeil, Otis, and K Salt. How you feel about the players on the watch list already for the East and West Shrine game?
Well, you know they gonna be hype on those Colorado kids with all the kids that we had come out last year. I'm just glad that these guys already been getting noticed, so we know people gonna be looking at them. I expect big things. Like I say, Martavius French, Preston, Hodge, all those guys, DJ McKinney, those guys. I think they solidified to be going to that game. I don't see why they couldn't. I think they're some of the best in their position. You got to be excited for them kids. Hey, y'all got to be excited for those kids to get the opportunity to go out here after the season over with, to get in there with the scouts and let the scouts see them. So that's what we need to see.
No doubt, no doubt. Man, being on the preseason rankings, and those lists are not something to sneeze at. But last but not least, you know, if you haven't, I know you guys seen this on a video today from Reach the People, but they have changed everything about, you know, the trophy room at CU. This is an area where a lot of fans don't get to go, don't get to see. It's a players recruiting area where they take a lot of players to. But Coach Dre, just talk about you know, what this means for Colorado of seeing all the awards that they took home last season, and how they, you know, the reduction of the whole entire facility of trophies, as I should say.
Oh, I mean, it just make it, man. It's the thing that Coach Prime said when he first got there. I remember it just take you back to when he first got there after they won the SWAC championship, and he just had got announced that he was going to be the head coach. And him and Shador and those guys are walking through the hollow halls of Colorado, and they looking at the trophy case, and you see him him tell Shador that we gonna change this, right? And that's exactly what he did. He went in there, he changed it. Travis, I think, put 6 new trophies in there. Shador putting 2 new trophies in there. So you got to be excited about what those guys were able to do. And they did exactly what they said they were gonna do. And so that, to me, that's the biggest thing, is the proudness for those guys. Being able to deliver on what they said they were going to deliver on, to make Coach Prime right again like he's always does, and for them to get more hardware for the University of Colorado. And so people don't have to say, oh, them old trophies, ain't nobody won a trophy in so long. And I expect us to get more this year. So with Seton still there, you could easily get you 2 or 3 more trophies in the next year. So I'm happy for that young man and everything he do. But like I say, guys, I got to get back out here to these guys. I know Rob gonna hold the show down. I appreciate everybody coming to rock with us and giving us everything they got. Peace and love. I love y'all. I'll see y'all Wednesday night.
See you Wednesday. So hey, we're gonna jump into this well off. They dropped today of practice. So it's just me hanging out. But before I get into this, I'm gonna drop the link. So if you want to pull up on us and talk football, you're gonna be able to. Let me go ahead and drop the link right quick. Appreciate Coach Dre being at practice because they had to change practice time because of the weather down there. But I'm gonna drop the link. So if you want to pull up, man, you wanna talk, you want a conversation, man. Hey, hit the link right now. Before we started to get into the well off, just going on reactions of what practice and how practice went today. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. If you're on X right now, pull over to YouTube. Come give us a like, a share, hit the notification bell so when we go live, you know. But we are having a show on Wednesday. See you Women's Wednesday. And we're gonna keep pushing that out there because it's gonna be something big. All right. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to pull this back up for us so we can get started. All right. So I did skip through the video. So just so we can get straight to the film part, because I know a lot of people don't be wanting to hear all the talking parts. So if y'all want the volume on, just let me know. First thing you notice coming out the gate, man, Colorado's about to run the ball. And I'm going to play this back a couple times. But the first thing you notice is that CU's going to run the ball this year. I know a lot of people, a lot of haters out there saying that we ain't going to run the ball, we ain't going to do this, we ain't going to do that. Man, we going to run the ball. And you can see it out there right now. And just to see this offensive line creating holes, creating separations, allowing the running back to run through the hole, man, it's a major thing to see. Shout out to Well Off for providing this coverage, reach the people. Anybody like that? Let me see. I'm just trying to answer for y'all, so give me just a second. All right, there we go. Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna play this back, but now it's good to see our offensive line. Good to see our offensive line out here creating holes, creating separation. Yes, that is Price out there doing his thing on the ones and twos, man. It's good to see running backs running clean through a hole, getting 4 to 5 yards through the hole, create separation. But there's more in this video that I really want to get into about it. But I'm gonna let this thing play, and I'm gonna stop it when it's needed.
What's up, bro?
Now, question in the chat. So far, which running back has pressed you the most? Is it 26 Price? Is it 20 Trackhawk? Is it number 7 Daylon Hayden? Is it 29 Michael Welch? Who has impressed you so far, man? Let me know in the chat, man. Who's impressed you so far when you looking back at these videos? You're watching what you see. If this is your first time seeing this today, what's been your favorite running back of camp so far?
It's September 23rd. I love it.
Anybody else want water?
You say Daylon Hayden? Daylon Hayden? I've been super impressed. So I'll say this. I've been super impressed with Simeon Price at Trackhawk. I've been impressed with Daylon Hayden's his overall work in the offseason, right? And now trying to see that translate to the field has been the biggest key. So for me, I gotta put my eyes on, Daylon Hayden. Oh, my bad, Dale, man. I ain't even see you back there, man. What's up, my boy? What's going on, Dale? You there, Dale? Yep. Dave, you locked in, man. I don't know if I'm gonna see. Trying to get Dev up here. Give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. So I try to get Dev up here. Hey, Dev, drop off and come back on. Drop off and come back on, and then I can add you back up. For some reason, it's not letting me add you back up. But yeah, we got Dev in the building. He's finna come up here in a second. So yeah, so when I look at the running backs, the running back room, the person I've been very impressed with has been Trackhawk and Simeon Price.
You got a clock in your head. Use it. 1001, 1002, 1000.
Now here's where here's where we get into the interesting piece, right? Who's gonna be that starting punt returner, right? As you see, you s- you start to see them put different people back there, right? You start to see 15 back there, which is Q for 6. You start to see 17, Isaiah Hodge. You see 14, X, right? You see track hall back there. So who's gonna start back there at punt return? It's gonna be an interesting thing to see.
1001, 1002, 1000. If your head is in this position,
Hey, don't develop bad habits. Yes, sir. I know you got some gas and juice.
use a clock in your head. You got one. The old school told you wrong, dog. You got to protect yourself. You got that head. So I said, catch that shit. You run right into that fucking block. Oh.
I appreciate the love and support.
Ain't no passion. Brother's gone. He just out here with the camera.
Yeah, it's kind of lonely. I ain't gonna lie. I'm still with my good old dad, man.
Yep, you sure are. We here, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Happy baby!
We got it. Let's jump ball. Let's straight locks. Let's set edges on the.
What's good, Dale, man? What's the word?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yep, loud and clear, man. We got you now, man. That first time, man, I don't know what happened, but we got you now, man.
Yeah, what's going on, Rob the man? How you feeling, man?
Man, I'm good, man. How you feel about what you seen so far from fall practice?
Man, it's starting to look real good. What I really like the most, I like how that offensive line is looking. The offensive line is putting up a huge fight. It looks night and day in how the offensive line is able to compete with the defensive line in the 2 years past. Before we would kind of try to give excuses to the offensive line and say, oh well, the defensive line is really, really good. So of course, offensive line is a little. Our D line is real good, but that gives us some good work. Nah, it's different this year. It's looking like, oh, hold on. Offensive line got our D line looking weak, but I like that better this go round because, like I said, we've had 2 years where we kind of gave offensive line excuses in the spring and the summer, and I like them coming out the gate, firing because we already know what our defensive line looks like. So that's one of the things I'm liking the most right now.
Man, it's just showing competition in the room, man. Anytime you got competition in the room, that's a great thing to have. So when you look at that offensive line across the board, man, we got some road blockers, right? We got some road blockers, road graders in that room, left side, right side. And all we need is just create separation to allow these running backs to be special. And part of what Coach Faulk talked about today was you didn't, and I kept saying this, like when people bring up about the running backs, man, you don't really know what we got in the room because our offensive line has been so suspect that you don't know if we really got a running back or if we don't. But put an offensive
100%.
line in front of them, and then you see the difference. It's just like the linebackers, right? When everybody got about the linebacker, I said, man, if you improve the defensive line, the linebacker play improves immediately, right? They coincide with each other. And it's just like the running backs. If you improve the offensive line, the running backs are going to improve immediately. Like you just don't know it until you see it. And so it was easy to say, man, it's the running back, it's the running back, it's the running back. But man, if we can't get off the ball and blow people off the ball 3 or 4 yards down the field, we're gonna have a problem. Right? Now, here's what I'll say to this whole aspect. This is some vanilla stuff that they're running defensively, right? They've ran some stuff where they shown, some stunt coverage and stuff like that, but they're not consistently blitzing, they're not consistently moving around, things like that, what you might see, exotic pressures. This is just them working on their basics and not showing a lot of what they're gonna run game one, right? Because the first half of fall practice is just about, all right, building up the depth chart. Who goes where, right? Who fits with who goes where, changing up various things. And then when you get to the back half for fall camp, now that's preparation. We're getting ready for game one. And it's as long as you give like I've yet to see one team Coach Prime has failed coming into game one of the season when you gave him that much time to prep. So it's an amazing thing to see. But I had asked this question, right? Which running back impressed you so far this fall camp?
Man, I will say, Track Hawk been looking good, but I'm all in on boy Dallin, man. I'm all in on Dallin. I think Dallin is going to be able to show kind of those flashes that we saw from freshman Ohio State down at Hayden. And like you said, man, I know a lot of people, wasn't real high on him after the season. But like you said, it's not really much you can do if the offensive line can't create holes. So we had over the past 2 years, none of the running backs really did anything. So for me, I can't pick and choose which one I like, or I can't say this one is good or this one is bad if nobody looked good based on offensive line play. But I'm liking how Dallin is kind of showing improving because he's been my guy that I think is gonna be the lead back coming out this year.
I'm gonna just go ahead and get my hot take, man. We will run the ball better than what we did last year, and we will land a 4-star running back. That's my hot take. You can mark it down.
Okay. You got a 4-star running back coming in.
You could pencil this in, pin it in, mark it down, clip it, whatever you want to do. We run the ball this year. We will land a 4-star running back this year.
All right, let me ask you this then. So, because I agree, I think we're going to run the ball more, and I think we'll get, even if we're not running it, 35 times a game, I think we'll have more yards just solely based on how, Salt's feet, like the RPO. I think we'll get more chunk plays, more 10, 12, 15-yard runs due to the RPO and holding the linebackers still. But out of that running back room, how many yards, I don't want to say individually, but how many yards overall do you think we'll get out of the running back room as a whole?
I'm going to say collectively because I think we're going to go over 1,500 yards collectively. Now, how that's broken down as far as who get how many touches and things like that, I think we're going to – here's my thing. We're going to get more explosive plays out of running back like we've seen from Dylan Edwards year one. And as long as an explosive plays mean 20-plus yards or more, right? Whether that's hitting a running back on a swing pass, throwing them a screen, a pitch, just a lane clearing, and they just bursting through that thing. We're going to get a lot of explosive plays in the run game than we have seen in the Coach Prime era at the University of Colorado. So,
yeah, I agree 100%.
That's one of the things, right? But if you understand Coach Prime in year 3 of all his teams, he's always improved his offensive line 3 years at each one of his stops. So this is something that I was already expecting, right? 3rd year going into this, the levels to where it can go to that next level, right? These are those opportunities where you get to show, hey, man, all the things that we came in and we created, the plan we put on place, this is where it's now where you get to see what all the work we've been put in, all the things that, people been taking shots at the recruiting style, things like that. And it's like, man, one of the things that I always tell people, man, development has its own timetable. Each player develop at its own time rate. You can want to push and accelerate their development, but you can't, right? Some people gonna be some misses, but we gonna hit more than we gonna miss. And so those are the things that I look forward to. Now, I get it, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people are not big on the transfer portal, but when you look at what we did this offseason, we got guys that had 2 or 3 years, multiple years of eligibility, and not just one, what we did in years in the past. So that plays a part too.
Yeah, we even I noticed we did that last year. We went and got a lot of guys that had at least 2 years, so they could kind of start building. I mean, and that was a way for Prime to do it, right? Because he said, okay, high school early. Well, this is only year 3, so early on he couldn't go high school heavy anyway, right? It just wasn't feasible to because you would have had a team full of high school players, so you had to go portal heavy. But you could see that even if I'm not getting a bunch of high school guys, I'm gonna at least get a kid who has 3 years left. He might have did, he might be a red shirt freshman, he be transferring, so he still has that 1 year of college experience, 1 year of college weightlifting, 1 year of college nutrition plans and stuff like that. And then as you build the team out, now you can start going into high school. Like right now, we already got 10 commits. That's
Yep,
the
yep.
most commits that we've had going into a season, since he's been there. But it makes sense. You had to give it time. So you had to
Man,
start with heavy portal seniors, and then 2-3 year guys, and then doing it again, and then I can start getting these high school kids.
here's my notion about big high school recruiting classes. I'm on the same wavelength Coach Prime is on. Why would I go out and sign 25 guys, knowing that only 5 guys out of that 25-man class is going to stay?
Yeah, I mean, it makes no sense. If I can get you in 2 years anyway, because you're gonna transfer, and I
And
can
get
get you, and you've had 2 years of college experience, yeah, what's the point?
and you
But
know
I don't
what?
think people still stuck in the old days.
What's more even more funny about the situation? In 2 years, I can get you a cheaper price than what you're gonna come out of high school.
Now that's a fact.
So
Now that's a fact.
So what people don't think about the logic is, and that's why I always tell people, man, never get down on recruits not coming. Never get down on, hey man, we didn't land this kid. Don't worry about it, because if it's meant to be, that kid is not gonna be where they at right now in 2 years. 1 or 2 years, that kid's not gonna be there. You know why? Because recruiting never stops. Programs are going to continue to recruit over that kid. So that kid's gonna be out the way anyway. So if it was meant for them to be there, some of this stuff will come full circle.
And this is my thing too about that, right? They hear me talk about it all the time. Same thing you just said. The high school, I mean, it's cool, and not like, don't get us wrong. You want to get them, right? I mean, if you can get them, right? You got this 5-star kid, this 4-star kid, so you want to get them in there. But also for me, I'm of the mindset you're not gonna play, right? It's gonna take 2 to 3 years before you're really, really, really ready to go and really ready to contribute to the team. That's why you have so many red shirt sophomores or red shirt juniors, because year one, it almost don't matter if you're a 4 or 5-star. Year one, you coming in, you're gonna get a couple games. We're not gonna burn your red shirt. You're gonna learn. Year two, as a red shirt freshman, some are ready to go, right? We might see flashes. We might play a little bit more, and we can see the flashes. Like, oh yeah, he gonna be it. And then that third year, as a redshirt sophomore, it's like, okay, time to go, right? But I think people get getting too caught
See,
up in the 5-star thing and the 4-star thing, and they feel like they're supposed to play and be real good right away. But that's not really how that works.
well, you only get caught up in 4 and 5 stars if you ain't watched the film, right? Because a lot of people that's 4 and 5 stars sometimes are not deserving of their rankings, but I understand how they got their rankings, right? Some of these players at 4 and 5 stars, they were just able to make it to camps where a lot of these 3 stars couldn't get to. A lot of these 2 stars couldn't get to. There's talent across the world, right? It just, are you evaluating the talent that fits your program? And that's the piece where people make the mistake is, just because somebody's a 4-star and 5-star does not mean that they're meant for your program. And if you have no intentions to come in and be a game changer, and this is just the landscape of college football right now. When you start looking at the P4, there's going to be a lot of programs that are just going to completely stop recruiting high school kids. Why would I recruit you when I can go just get somebody from the group of 5 that can help me right now? Because my job is consistent about right now. What have you done for me lately, right? It's not about anything else. You don't get a 5-year window to build a program no more. Listen, you barely lucky if you get a year now. So to get 2 years, hey man, you got to hit at a high rate. Something has to be elevated in the program. So, and I think we right where we need to be at year 3 going into this. And you starting to see the fruits of the labor prosper right now. But I'm gonna move
Yeah.
on.
Turn and run the ball. They hit us with some of these.
Hey, so Dev, who's been your biggest standout for the defense so far? Who you like so far?
Man, I'm liking how my dog Big Barnes is coming in working, man. I like how Big Barnes is looking. I like how Amari and those are guys. Those are big guys that we have been talking about, right? Guys that were supposed to, show up. And in that second year, especially with Swayze, Swayze really did his thing with these dudes, man. And I'm really liking how that interior looking. I like how Wiggins. I'm saying Wiggins is like he's showing up. He kind of was at halftime. We weren't sure. He kind of showing up, kind of being what people hoped he could be, or saw something down. So I'm liking that interior, and especially like I said, Big Barnes.
Oh, no doubt. So far for me, man, the linebackers. It's been a linebacker play. I like what I've seen so far. But it's still, it's still a lot to be shown, right? We ain't gonna really truly understand what this team really is until we see game one. But I always tell people, man, give me 4 games to really see how this thing look, so I can give a real piece of evaluation on this team, right? It's hard to evaluate a team in one game. Just due to the fact is there going to be some opportunities that you're going to miss? Yes. Are there going to be some glaring things that just pop out on tape? Yes. But you have to give some type of curve to it so you can put more data together so you can really break it down for people to understand, right? So game one, do I expect us to be peaking at all levels? First game, no. But what I will say is, a lot of things that people complained about last year, about play calling, about running the ball, the way the offense is being ran, 12 personnel, a lot of that's going to be answered this year. And I think it's going to surprise a lot of people, right? If you're a betting person, you might want to take that 5.5, 6 for Colorado right now, because they gonna get that easy.
Wait, that's what the game line is. They don't think they got it to 5.5.
5.5. The line is moved down to 5.5 right now. Yeah, 5.5.
That's sad.
Hey, listen, you can't say it's sad when you don't have data, right? One thing about, I'll say this about Colorado. Vegas has never been about Colorado. They've never been right about Colorado. You know why? Because they don't have the data points to say, hey, that's what's going to be that, right? When you look at last year, how many wins they're expecting us to have? We finished with 9 wins, right? Every year, whatever Vegas had put out, we didn't beat it. So with that being said, right, now that you don't have Shador, now that you don't have Travis, because they're taking into account that we don't have all this, but they're not taking into account the depth and the quality of players that we brought into the program to replace a Shador or Travis, right? Is he gonna be a one person that can do it? No. But do we have a multitude of guys that can help us? Yes. And those are the things that you have to look forward to. Those are the things that make everything exciting. Those are the things that get your mind turned like, man, I can't wait to game day. Right? If I put a poll up right now, I mean, how many people excited about game day? Man, everybody here, it'll probably be 95% of the people like, hey man, let's just get to game day right now. Let's go. But it doesn't work like that, right? It takes time, and there's layers to everything, and it's just good to see how everything's coming to fruition right now. All right, so man, as y'all can see, you see Julian Lewis, you see the receivers out there with Julian Lewis. You see, the running back Track Hawk out there with him, Dallin Hayden. Right now, you got K-Sot up there. And there's some things that popped off the screen. I'm not going to talk about it right now because I'm going to wait to see if it happens game one. But overall impressions right now of the quarterback play.
There you go.
Get that in, Angry.
don't know if y'all know who 22 is. That is Ponder, a returning quarterback from CU from last year. They came in. Every time you see 22 on the screen, man, great things happen. Great things happen. Right now, it looks like Ponder might be QB number 3 and not Ryan Staub. It looks like Ponder might be QB number 3 behind Juju and K Salt. And to see the size of Ponder, right? 6'5", 220, solid quarterback. That's a traditional quarterback, what they're looking for. And the things that he's doing, man, he just keep making plays out there. But right now, it looks like he's QB3. Back shoulder.
I like it, Rudy. Hey, you see it?
Hey, mama, there go that man again. For people that that's not high on Brown, number 9 wide receiver. He's moved up the depth chart and starting to get reps. Right now, this is the third team that Brown's running with. I'm gonna replay that. But this is the third team that Brown's running with. So as he continues to move up the depth chart, you're gonna start to see what the rotation will be. First team, second team. Like I said, the first 14 or 15 days of camp, they're not going to show you, what the rotations are. It's because everybody's still battling for depth chart, right? Once you get to the second half of fall camp is when they start to game planning. They starting to put the installs in for Georgia Tech. And I know it's a lot of Georgia Tech people out there just thinking that it's going to be an easy game in Boulder. It's going to be a cakewalk. You're going to be in a rude awakening. We got a lot of depth at this wide receiver position. And there's going to be a lot of things that's going to prove itself to play out. So y'all just stay patient, man. I think that, a lot of people are sleeping on this wide receiver group. And we got one of the best wide receiver groups in the nation. You could mark it down. Tell your mama, tell her auntie, tell her friend.
You see that boy O. That boy O is doing what everybody expect him to do. He's looking crazy.
I mean, but when you talk about hey man, this is year 3. The big it's never been about the skills of it's always, man, can you stay healthy? Just give us a healthy season, just one healthy season. Because think about it like this: if Amari Miller stays healthy last year, do we win more than 9 games last year? We more likely do, right?
Well, yeah, because he got hurt in that Kansas State game, right?
Yeah, he got hurt, but if he stays healthy in that Kansas State game, think about it. We had 5 wide receivers go down that Kansas State game. Yeah. If he just stays healthy,
see, the only reason I would, and I see what you're saying, because we did, all our receivers dropped, and he was really the last one we had. But for me, it's like we were winning with 2 minutes left, and we just didn't give up, that stuff at the end. But I mean, I see where you're going though, because we didn't have anybody to throw it to once he got hurt.
I'm saying this for a reason, because when Jimmy went down, we had no Marion Miller, right? We have a Marion, we still have Draylon, right? There's some more things that we can do because we have more weapons in a sense. So that's what I'm saying. Just him going down, that hurts, right? That's another depth piece off the board. Well, if we go into that situation where we lose 5 receivers in the game, we still got another 5 we can put in and hey, let's go. It's still game time. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think depth is going to be an issue at the wide receiver position this year like it was last year. And you can see how the competition in that room is, hey, man, every day you got to come with your lunch pill. If you don't come with your lunch pill, hey, you could be down the depth chart. So it's a lot of accountability being held, and that's the thing that you love. To have a 6'5" target in the red zone. You see what Coach Prime did, man. Hey, man, you put it on a zip line, right? Hey, I'm here for it.
Sincere. Hey, Sam. No, I ain't sincere. I'm telling you. You gonna get the shit.
All right, so now you had that first opportunity where you got to see. I know everybody heard it, right? Where you heard the QB, K Sauce said, "Hey man, I'm trying to check it down to you, man. You got to pay attention, right?" That was that one MA right there. That can cost you a game. That can cost you a series right there of not paying attention and understanding what's going on. So it's good to get those things out the way early. And I got some questions about this quarterback play, but I'm gonna hold on to it. I'm not gonna speak upon it yet, but there are some things that I've seen with the quarterback play that's going to be eye opening. But I'm gonna let things play out and let's see how it goes. Way to step up in the pocket. Let it go. Can't put the ball on the ground, man. All right, so if y'all notice right this year, the main focus on the defense is making sure when one person hit, the other person punch. You guys are seeing a lot of the defense punching at the ball, trying to get it out. As you can see, 26 fumbled it, but got back on the ground. That's the main emphasis about this year is when we go to tackle, when we go to game tackle, punch at the ball, man. We're trying to create more turnovers than what we did last year because we didn't have a lot of forced fumble last year. We had some interceptions, but we didn't have a lot of forced fumbles. So we're looking to create opportunity as all will, all costs. You heard Robert Livingston say, "Hey, man, we are really out here trying to run an NFL defense out here. So look for the defense to play a little bit more zone than man last year. As much as Coach Prime loved to play man, expect to see a curveball being thrown in as the season go on. Even the first game of how we line up defensively. I know people are used to seeing us do certain things a certain way, but this year is going to be a little bit different defensively overall."
Yeah, I think we'll be in a lot more zone this year. Or maybe not a whole lot more. Well, yeah, I guess I can say a lot more zone because last year we didn't run zone hardly ever. So I think we'll definitely see a lot more zone coverage or rolling coverage because last year you could count on Trav in 1-on-1. You can count on DJ in 1-on-1. You could even count on you got to put Colts in it, in 1-on-1. But I'm not sure, and we'll see, right? I'm not sure how they feel overall with that other corner yet, right? To see who's going to step in and be that other corner, and if they can play, 100% man to man, if they can, lock down like that. But we definitely had three for sure last year with Trav, DJ, and Colton.
All right, that was a hell of a play by number 9, man, on that ball. We got some ball hawks, man, on this defensive line. I mean, on the DB room.
Oh yeah. That's who it was. That's not Byron, is it? That's Davis. Okay.
Yeah. We got some ball hawks back there, man.
Yeah, Byron got 7.
If you late, it's gonna be gone. Gotta go number 20 again. Shut dog. Y'all can see how physical that offensive line coming downhill, man. Legs clearing out stuff. And that is the first team defense. I'm gonna go back because that's the first team defense out there. You see Byers coming down and putting his helmet on stuff. Davis is playing in the slot. He's playing the nickel corner. Right now he's behind Preston Hodge. Way to fill the hole. Get up out of there, Juju. Hey, can anybody name me a time when you seen a pocket that clear?
Hey, come Hey, wait, come on, stop. Hey, D-Lo. Hey, 21.
Hey, it looks different when I first seen defenses out there. But what a refreshing sight to see our offensive line just creating holes like that, to allow the quarterback just to step up, right? The clean pocket to be able to step up, make a throw, just take off. And this is one of the areas where people underestimate Juju is his ability to run, right? Because he's looking to step up and throw the ball. But this is an area that people do not realize how fast Juju really is, that if you give him opportunity, you give him green space, he will get out of there. And he's a lot faster than what people think he is.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see, how and when they use him, and how, excuse me, how willing he would be to, take off and run, especially as a freshman, right? How willing he is. But again, like I said, I'm not gonna say that I'm not gonna say I expect a whole lot, right? Where I'm sitting here like, upset again, just based on that, 5-star whole thing. So everybody don't feel like he has to come out here and play lights out when he does get an opportunity, because again, he is a freshman. It's a learning curve. Um, and to your point, running, taking off, that might be one of the learning curves, right? It's like, hey, in this one, you don't got time to be sitting around, boy. You either better throw it or you better get up out of there.
Oh, no doubt, man. It's perfect. You know what I'm saying? Opportunity given, take the opportunity. But one of the things I do love when you watch, every time you watch Juju, he plays smart football, right? Getting rid of the ball, throwing the ball out of bounds, not taking the sacks. And as you can see, Simeon Price has got something else to say. Hurdling people. And the thing that people don't know about Simeon Price, because he was a late addition, he's coming from an SEC school. So he understands, and been around the SEC program and understand the grind of what it takes. So us picking him up at the last minute he's gonna be one of them good additions that we needed. And we didn't even know we needed. All right, a couple more plays. All right, so I'm gonna just stop it right there because I want to pull up Coach Faulk's interview right quick so we can talk about that. Just give me just a second. Let me pull up Coach Faulk right quick, and then before we get up out this thing, man, I just wanted to touch base with Coach Faulk right quick. Just bear with me because I had it pulled up, but moving it around. But hey, any questions in the chat, man, drop it. Let me know. If you got any questions in the chat, I want to make sure that we answer before we get up out this thing. I know Deb is about to drop off her in a second. Appreciate you pulling up on us, Deb. Coach Dre's at practice. But hey, man, we almost to the end of this thing. Dum. Come on, I found a video I'm looking for. All right. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for bearing with me. I got it pulled up. Coach Faulk. Let me know if y'all can hear the audio.
Make this statement. It was tough to tell exactly what we had in backfield in the sense of the talent, because when you have 4 guys in the NFL and a quarterback, obviously you throwing the ball. That's what you're going to do. And last year they just didn't rely a lot on the running game. And this year, we want to. Coach wants to implement that. That's his. I think every interview he says we're going to run the ball. So our agenda is to make sure that we understand exactly what these guys are good at, what we're good at, and then figure out a way to get them better in the areas that they're not good. That's it. A lot of the times we're going to ask, and I just told them this, like, we're going to put you in a position to do what you do well, but there's times we're going to ask you to do what we do well that may be uncomfortable for you, and that's where the growth is. And so that's what we're doing. We're putting them in uncomfortable spots, asking them to figure it out, and then when they don't figure it out, show them the things that's necessary to figure it out.
Scott, go ahead. Hey, Coach, what kind of specific kind of skill sets, traits are you looking for and evaluating in your room, kind of as we go through fall camp?
Listen, here's the reality. I'm here to coach, so whoever they put in the room, I'm a coach. I don't care what skill set you have. If you're not fast, if you're fast, if you're big or you're small, it doesn't matter. The beauty of the running back is if you look in the Hall of Fame or if you look all over the league, we look different. I don't look like Jerome Bettis. You know what I'm saying? But we both got to where you want to get to, which is playing at a high level, doing the things that's necessary, and winning football and helping teams win football games.
So you look at Coach Faulk, one of the glaring things that you see from that is being a football player, right? Not just being a running back, not just thinking that you're going to come in and you're going to get this amount of touches, but being in the room, being available, right, to whatever is needed. And those are the things that I think a lot of people forget about is being a football player, having this value that you can bring to the table, right? Because the more value you can bring to the table, the more opportunity that you could be on the field. And so those are the things that you love to hear from, it's cliche what he said, but the message and the purpose behind it, that's what means the most. And it's a fresh breath of air to hear, that your running back coaches want them to be a football player, want them to be an all-around football player and not just a running back. Do you think we lose both offense and defensive coordinator after the season? And who do you think will replace them? I feel like Brian Leftwich will replace Shermer. So here's what I'll say. I don't think that we lose both offense or defense. I think we lose one, but I don't think we lose both. Now, if we were having to lose both, it's because both of them got elevated to the NFL. But if you're talking about to another university, I don't think we lose that, right? But also, I don't think that Brian Leftwich is going to be here multiple years because I think he's going to be able to get an opportunity in the NFL position as offensive coordinator. So this part, our interview for another head coaching job. So now we got to just take this season for what it is right now, and let's deal with that first before we start looking to the all season, because we got so much that we can get out of this season that can help us elevate to the next season. So to answer your question, I don't think we're going to lose both coordinators, but I can see it happening.
So there's not a skill set. This is college. The guys that we bring in, is my job to teach them how to get to where they want to go. So I talk to them about their goals and dreams and what they want to do, and then I make sure that fits into what we're doing here as a team.
Go ahead, Coach. In your career, you didn't just focus on carries; you focused on touches, which included the pass game.
How excited are you about your running back room and their ability to catch and block and do all the things that it takes to be a running back?
Yeah, as I was saying, that's a huge part of why I say what I said. I never looked at myself as a running back. I looked at myself as a football player, and so I'm telling them that in this room, you're best served at being a football player, because if you decide that you want to make an NFL roster, guess what? You might have to tackle. You might have to play special teams. Running backs, well, if we only are runners of the ball, then we end up not making teams. So your best chance is understanding the game, understanding all facets of the game, and knowing what the quarterback does, understanding what the offensive lineman is doing. That's what we're doing. And what's expected of them is to understand how to talk about the game, and that has to be taught. Football is a different language, inside the lines, and teaching them how to communicate with me at a high level about what's going on. So when they come off the field and when something happens, we can have that conversation, and I can correct and help them make the adjustments they need to make so they can be better.
Yeah, go ahead.
Rome.
My bad, y'all. I was talking and I was muted. So when I look at this running back room, I think they're gonna bring a different layer this year. I think that they're going to be the reason why we win games and not lose games, because we will have the capability of running the ball in the fourth quarter. We'll have the ability to run to get first downs. We'll have the ability to run to get touchdowns. And it's not necessarily throwing to every pass, right, to get a first down, throwing to get a touchdown. So those lanes that's opening up for us, I think we're in a real good area. But hey, let me know your thoughts, your feelings. If you're just tuning in as this video ends, make sure that you leave a comment. Let us know where you're checking in from. As always, man, we appreciate everybody for tuning in. Sorry, Coach Dre couldn't be on here longer. For those who missed Coach Dre, he was on here earlier, but he's at practice right now. So we will be back Wednesday. We will have Wednesday with the CU Aunties. And every Wednesday is going to be CU Women's Wednesday, powered by RobDaManMedia. So if you're auntie, whether that's a CU auntie, whether it's any other auntie, whatever auntie you want to be called, this is a platform for you on Wednesdays, because the show is going to be powered to you on Wednesday nights. Those shows do start at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central Time, and so on and so forth. So if you are an auntie and you want to participate in the show, just let us know. The link will be out there for you to come on. You do not have to show your face. If you want to just call, just tap in and just use your voice, you can. You won't have to do anything else special. So Wednesdays will be Women Wednesday edition. We will talk Colorado. We will talk some things outside of Colorado. We might talk some fashion. You never know. But it's gonna be one of those shows where this is for the women and women only. So men, just tune in, ask your questions. Allow these ladies to embrace themselves onto the platform. But this Wednesday and every Wednesday following this Wednesday will be CU Women's Wednesday, produced by RobDaManMedia and Coach Dre. So man, y'all tune in, y'all tap in, and as always, man, we appreciate you guys for stepping in. We appreciate the CU aunties. We appreciate everybody in Boulder. If you have a business, and this for anyone that has a business, if you have a business and you would like to sponsor the show or run anything on the show as far as commercials or anything like that, just hit us up. Let us know any way and how you can reach us is all in the description below. So until Wednesday, man, we hope to see y'all then. Make sure y'all hit the like button on your way out. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. If you're not getting notifications, hit the notification bell, turn it off, hit the notification, turn it back on, and you will receive notifications again. YouTube does have its thing where it starts messing with the notification. So if you didn't get a notification that we were live today, just hit that notification bell, turn it off, hit the notification bell, turn it back on. and you will start receiving notifications every time RobDaManMedia goes live. And as always, be a blessing. Be a blessing in the body and not a stressing. And we'll see you in the next one. Peace.